want? You tell me what to do. Are we live? It says we're live.
Yeah. Yeah. You can jump off and I'll say, you know, I'll bring you back on like 20 minutes.
Cool. No, that's fine. I'm here.
Okay. Hi, guys. I'm going to send you a quick message. Hello, friends. You'll be hopping on here. How's everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, guys.
Gonna do my mini chat thing. How's everybody doing today? Tell us where you're from and which companies you're with. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. We are going to have so much fun talking chat culture. Hey, y'all. So we are so happy you're here no matter which company you're with. I will tell you, though, we will be 100% focused on crafting and decorating and holidays and all the wonderful things that chat culture supports. I'm going to turn on the light so I don't look so dark. Come on, you little silly thing. Woo, that's bright. Everybody say hi to my amazing guest, Miss Brittany.
Hi. Hey, guys.
Everybody say hello.
Hello. I see so many of my teamies on. Hey, guys.
Awesome. I'll send you the link.
It is fall, y'all. That's funny. It's the first day of fall. How exciting.
Oh, y'all. And that is, oh my gosh, when I was in the crafting world, fall was my favorite thing because you didn't have to be perfect. Fall leaves aren't perfect. And the colors could, I'm not artistic, you guys. I'm so boring and I'm a total nerd and I love it. I'm totally fine with it. Like, it doesn't make me feel bad. But, I love decorating for falls or any sort of craft with fall, like whether you're chalking or inking. It just was so much fun. You always felt artistic, right? You mix the green and the yellow it's always my favorite. Yeah. All right. Welcome, everybody. So couple things. You definitely want to do hashtag chalk. And I see some of you doing that already. Well done. I have a fun October goal setting sheet for you. I have amazing. So if you've been on my webinars before, which I know a lot of you haven't, but one of the things I teach you, this thing says Question Queen, and I'm going to give you a question to post tonight to help you find people to sell to literally tonight. Okay. But one of the things is that I really ask a lot of fun questions to keep algorithms up everywhere. So it doesn't matter if you're using your personal profile, your business page, or your group. Now, there's strategies to marketing why you should use those, but these questions work in all those areas to help your algorithms. So we have a whole bunch of really fun free ones, and all you have to do is put hashtag chalk. You're going to get a message from Creative Success Systems, and then you click on the button that says Get the Goodies, okay? So click on the button, Get the Goodies, after you get the message, and that will give you all our freebies tonight, okay? So lots and lots of fun things. So we're so excited to have you here. Please, please, please make sure you tell us. This is your second this day today. You're so cute. Please tell us where you're from and which company you're with. We know most of you are going to be Chalk Culture, which I'm so excited about. In the day when I was doing direct sales, it was before Chalk Culture. I was with Creative Success, or I was with, Close to My Heart. And loved it. Loved it.
Real
loved it
quick,
so much.
Michelle, I don't think the message is coming through.
Oh, let me see if it didn't connect.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming.
Thank you for letting me know that. Oh,
yes. I know what it's like when your message doesn't work. And they're like, oh, no.
I have one that connects to all my webinars, and I did a special one for tonight, and I forgot to click it. I'm so sorry. Comment hashtag chalk one more time. Okay. Let me know if you get the message now. Hello, Kim, girl. We got Wisconsin in the house. She says it's active. Let me double check. Oh, I'm just challenged tonight. I have hashtag chalk craft in here. Did I put craft? I put chalk down here and craft in here. You can do hashtag chalk or hashtag craft and it'll work. Now we got it going. There we go.
Okay, I was going to say, I think it's working now because I saw a response to Amy's.
There we go. Ta-da! There we go. Thank you. Thank you, gals.
Okay, cool deal. It's working.
Gotta love technology.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love it. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Yay. Hi, guys. All right. It's working now. Third time's a charm. Silly.
All right. Can you hear me, love?
Yes, you're good.
There we go. All right. Okay, and let me send this on over to you. All right, welcome everybody. Hello. Why is Lori's message showing on her screen? These things. So I have this automated thing that chooses so many questions to pop up. And every time they see it's a question, they pop it up. Hey, Laura. No, isn't Brittany awesome? I'm trying to decide if I love it or not. Sometimes it's popping stuff up and I'm like, okay, didn't need that. That's all good. All right, here's the link to that live if you want to put it anywhere, Miss Brittany.
Yeah,
all right. Cool. You're awesome. All right, ladies, thank you. And gents, do you have gentlemen on your team too?
I do not, no.
Then we can just talk ladies. Okay. All right. So we are going to have so much fun tonight. Let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Michelle Hess-Withers. I am the owner of Creative Success Systems. They lovingly call me the question queen. Yes, Brittany is the best. I agree, Miss Tracy. And what we're going to share with you tonight are some fun tips on how to two things, okay? One, better understand algorithms and get your algorithms sky high. And then the second thing is to find how to find new customers on a very regular basis. And that can be a mix of like new customers and then also getting repeat business, because we never have enough chalk. We never have enough transfers. We never have enough, right? Like you have a fabulous consumable part, you know, half and half consumable product that you always need something else for it to be more fun, right? So repeat sales is really, really important. And I'll kind of tell you some ways to help you stay in front of people. So we're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm super excited. And I want you all to say, hey, Miss Brittany, thank you, lady, for scheduling this with me and allowing me to chat with your team. I hope you all have
it with my crazy schedule.
No, I get it. Oh my gosh, life is nuts. Life is nuts. I totally get it. Couple quick things. If you comment hashtag chalk or craft, you're going to get some freebies from me tonight. And then also, if you share this out and comment revolution, So you might have some other team members. You can share it on your personal profile. You might have a group with your team members. You also can tag 5-10 people and let them know, hey, come hang out with us. We're going to be talking how to get more sales with our Chalk Culture business. That's great too. And when you do that, we're going to give away a whole year's worth of images. It's 15 times 52, whatever that is, a lot, hundreds. And a whole year's worth of images that'll help you keep your algorithms up. So just comment revolution after you've shared. And we so appreciate that. Okay. Brittany is awesome. I can tell she's an amazing leader. She's very deliberate. I love it.
I'm like, geez, hi guys. You're making me feel all this love today.
That is fabulous. I love it. Okay. So we're going to get into the meat of this and tell you some things to do. But what I want to do is give you a question for you to go and put on your timeline, your personal timeline. So you have, like, mine's Michelle Hess Withers, Brittany's Brittany Marie, okay? And so that's your profile, okay, where you have Facebook friends. I'm sure 99% of you have Facebook groups, and I bet some of you have Facebook business pages. But we're going to work on your personal profile. I know not everybody on your personal profile has bought from you yet. I know there are people that you still could sell to. So I'm going to give you a question, because this is where you get the biggest kind of bang for your buck as you're first starting out. We'll tell you how to get more comments in groups and pages too, but your personal profile is usually where you'll get the most. And I want to help you see some really good things tonight. Okay. So we're going to go post a question, and I'm going to type it up here for you so you can see it. And it's going to be, on a scale of 1 to 10, how crafty do you consider yourself? Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how crafty do you consider yourself? So you're going to pick, okay, one of those Facebook colored backgrounds, or if you've made your own avatar, which I love the avatars, pick one of those cute ones, okay? The little shout out one. There's the one with kind of the aqua and the clouds. There's a couple that this would work with, okay? So on a scale of 1 to 10, how crafty do you consider? Whoops. I'm going to pop this. All right. All right. So see this question down below? On a scale of 1 to 10, how crafty you consider yourself? Go put that on your personal timeline. Come back and comment done. And then we're going to tell you what to do with those answers and how to maximize this, okay? And then a bunch more questions that you can ask, especially throughout the holidays, that will help you get talking to people about all sorts of things. So mark, set, go. Go through. I know our numbers will drop for a hot second. Go post it on your personal profile. You are going to find some new customers tonight. It will you'll be so excited. Okay. Go post this on your personal timeline. On a scale of 1 to 10, how crafty do you consider yourself? Choose one of those colored backgrounds. Come back, comment done. And we're going to tell you about why we're doing this, what other questions you could ask on other days, and we're going to have a bunch of fun with it. Okay. All right. So as you're doing that, would you mind introducing yourself, telling us where you're from, tell us how long you've been with Chalk Culture? There are gals watching that aren't Chalk Culture, because I have gals that watch from all different companies. So tell them a little bit about you and some of your accomplishments. I would love for them to get to know you better. And the other thing is, you guys, when you comment hashtag craft, I do have the link to your business page so people can go check out how fabulous you are. So you can check out Brittany's page, because she's got an amazing page. So go ahead, love. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so my name is Brittany Marie. I am an executive couture with Chalk Couture. I have been doing this for 3 years in July, so about 3 years and 2 months. Yeah, give or take. I tried about everything. I ran with it as soon. Well, that's not true. I started and I didn't do anything for 3 months. I was one of those that was like, ooh, I just want to do all the things for myself, and then I time and all the things. So I started doing, I slowly learned about the opportunity, then really just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm going to run with it. So ever since then, I really ran with it. Of course, you have things that happen in your life that kind of slow you down and you have to build that momentum again. So I've been through it all. I've tried just about everything that you can do with a business. So I have, really made some great strides. I have an awesome team. We just hit top 5 in team volume out of the entire company, which is really, really awesome. And I was just going live to congratulate them because they are amazing. Like, I can't be here. I couldn't do any of this without them following my, without them trusting me to guide them. So it's just a really exciting adventure to be a part of with all these lovely ladies.
That's amazing. Congratulations. That's fantastic. Wow. Top 5. And you just went to Disneyland with the company too, right?
Yes. And then we have Puerto Vallarta next, and then I don't know what else, but it's really awesome, really exciting. We have about, I don't know, maybe like 10 to 15 girls earning this current trip. But I don't have the exact number in my head, but we have a lot of, so it's really awesome. It's such a blessing, and it's just amazing. And yeah, that's, and I don't even have a lot of people from my own local place. That's what I love about it, is that you don't have to be, the great worlds of social media. You can now connect with people. And I feel like I met some of the girls for the first time this past, in Disneyland and in Florida. And I felt like I already knew them. Like, I was like, oh, it's not like it's our first time meeting. We're already like sisters. So it's really awesome.
I know. Technology is awesome. I mean, there's a little like love-hate with it, but for the most part, man, it does awesome things for our business, right? So that is amazing. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being here today. So I know we're going to learn some really amazing things from Brittany Marie. She has a beautiful Facebook page. She's so consistent. Her lives are entertaining and informative. She's just so incredibly clever. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, so hopefully y'all are coming back. Make sure you've commented #craft or chalk and share that out, and let's rock and roll. Okay, so we're going to talk about why in the heck are we using this scale of 1 to 10 question? What does this do? So, and I see Brittany Marie doing this on her business page using these questions. So Facebook, all they want you to do is to make people want to stay on Facebook. Okay, let me say that one more time. Facebook just wants you to help people want to stay on Facebook. So all I mean by that is that you need to keep it positive. You need to keep it fun. You need to keep it related. But then Facebook also wants to see 3 things. They want to see messaging. They want to see comments. They want to see hearts, wows, anything. And then the last one that has the lowest weight, but still has some weight, is a thumbs up. Okay. So these 4 things, and also amount of time people watch videos. For you guys, that's big because you guys do amazing lives and videos. But Facebook's top thing is they want to see messaging. And I'm going to talk to you about messaging, not cold messaging. I'm going to tell you about a really authentic way to do that. And then comments on posts, and then those hearts. And so I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. So what I found, I've been doing this for several years now, is that so many people on Facebook were kind of going at it with a little bit of this is a place to advertise, almost like it was a commercial, like during the Super Bowl or something, or a newspaper ad. And it was very show and tell. It was just like, put my stuff out there and hope they go do something with it. Well, it's called social media, right? QVC has got very popular. So they love seeing those kind of things. That's kind of show and tell. But what makes you so different and so special is Brittany Marie can go live, right? And she'd be doing her amazing fall projects. And she's going to ask how somebody's dog's doing that just had surgery. She's going to ask, when she pops on and sees those people, she's going to ask how their house remodel is going. She's going to ask how was their trip to the beach. She's going to ask, when people come back and chat with her. And that's what makes you guys so different, is that we don't have to just kind of play the show and tell, because people can literally comment where they can't comment on an ad on TV. They can't comment on a newspaper ad. You can get back and forth conversation from any post. And so what we learned is, and I started this with the makeup gals, because Unique was kind of like that first one to go from in-home parties to social media, right? And we started with questions like, how many days a week do you wear mascara? And it exploded. And we're like, oh, wait a minute, we have something here, versus just them having the one eye with the mascara and the other eye without it. Okay. And it was amazing what happened and how many more conversations we could have. And the more conversations you have, the more you sell. There is definitely a direct correlation. All right. And so my goal is to help you chat with more people on social media. But two things have to happen. First of all, we've got to have content that Facebook believes, okay, the way they work, we're going to show your content to more people. And then you have people that are engaging in a way that you're like, oh, okay, they might need some crafting supplies. All right. So to up your algorithms, let's have a little chat about that. All right. That kind of thing is always kind of tweaking, kind of changing a little bit all the time. And so I'm going to tell you what it is that we are seeing gets the biggest bang for your buck. Is something I can literally do in 8 minutes. Okay. Do y'all have 8 minutes a day that you could do this? Even loving on babies, right? 8 minutes in a day. So what we have found is going to stories, to your stories on your personal profile. And you're going to go into stories, and at the bottom of stories is a little place that says reply. And you're going to hit that reply that sends a message. So if it's one of your gals with amazing chocolate project, you're like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Or what would you hang that with? Or what other color ribbon would you use? Okay. If you got someone that cooked something, you're like, wow, that looks yummy. What's the recipe? If you got someone that shares a quote, you're like, man, I needed that today. Thank you for sharing that. Anything we can do to compliment, congratulate, or empathize, or ask a question like, tell me more about that. And people usually respond with a thank you or answer your question. And when Facebook sees you sent a message and they replied back, Facebook loves to see one-on-one interactions, and it explodes. And if you're posting stories, you'll see your stories view quadruple within 7 days. It's kind of mind-blowing. And then you'll instantly start seeing more comments on your post. And so this is the biggest thing, because Facebook's hierarchy is they like to see messages, but you're not sending business messages. These are just fun, happy messages. Okay. So 25 a day. How many of you have 8 minutes? So I literally set my stopwatch on my phone. I went in and I had to keep going back and counting. Did I do all 25? So I wasn't really fast at it, but I did it in 8 minutes. Do y'all count in 8 if you're like, okay, I can find 8 minutes to blow up my algorithms on Facebook. All right. And it takes a little bit of patience, because you'll end up with all these messages and people will start going back and forth. But we have seen people's algorithms just explode. How many of you are going live? How many of you are doing lives for projects and demos? Because I know some companies big. So comment live and then how many times a week? So live, and I go live 3 times a week. Live 4, I go 4 times a week. Live, I go once a week. Live and a number. Tell me, live and a number, how many times a week are you going live? How many times a week do you suggest they go live, Miss Brittany Marie?
So I know you have said stuff about 30 days of consistency and 30 days of lives, but I have some proven, some ladies that have done it. Obviously it's hard. It is really hard to do 30 days of lives. So the more, the better. I try to go as often as possible, but I also focus on my team training. So, mine fluctuates, but I do feel like people follow your lead. So whatever you do, they're going to do. So I try to go on as often as possible. And I mean, some of my best leaders are very, very consistent. So, I mean, what I tell them is be consistent. If you're going to do 2, do 2 a week. If you're going to do 3, do 3 a week. Whatever it is you're going to do, stick to it and just keep building that. But obviously the more you do, the faster you'll build that momentum and such. But I don't give them a number. It's really based off of, you know, their goals and what they want to do and what fits their schedule.
I love that. And no, so what she's referring to, I'll see leaders, and it's not just this company, leaders in different company give kind of a live challenge. Sometimes it's 90 days, but they're not giving any advice in between as to how to up their algorithms. It's only go live. And sometimes I see people get kind of burned out and their energy doesn't stay high. So I think 30 days is a decent, you know, if you're going to have like a live, and it's great for creating consistency. But I think sometimes for our sanity, like going a minimum of 5 days a week or 3 days a week, and everybody's a little bit different. Okay. But she's right. It's way better to go twice a week, every week than to go once and then 5 and then 2 and then 6. And it doesn't stay consistent. 1, it's not good for your algorithms, and 2, people don't know what to expect from you. So that, would you say we agree on that?
Oh yeah, definitely. And no, you're right. If you're going to do some type of, you know, challenge, you need to make sure you're teaching them along the way with like, here's how you build and here's how you grow and all the things. So yeah, no, definitely. I do agree with a lot of your training. So when I first found you, I was like, ooh, I like this stuff. Like, it's hard to find somebody that, you know, that I'm like, okay, yeah, I like this. This is what I, you know, this is how I feel too. So yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So lives. Okay. So we have seriously found people doing this algorithm challenge with regards to doing 25 stories a day but you're commenting on 25 stories, or it's called replying. And people are seeing their views on their lives double and triple within like 7 to 10 days doing this. And so it's really, 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 really exciting what can happen, because Facebook's like, this person is investing in people. Couple things to note on the stories. Every now and then people will say, like, I don't have 25 people to reply to. And part of that is one or two things. Sometimes this is a little bit hard to take if this is your situation, but sometimes when I ask people how many Facebook friends they have and they say 250 or under, that's a pretty low number in Facebook world. And I know that's like a little hard to take. And I will give you some tips on adding more friends authentically. That's funny, Jennifer. I'll give you some tips on adding friends authentically. But if you're running out of people, it's because either the demographic you had just don't do stories, or you have a kind of a low number in Facebook world's low number of friends. Okay. But you can totally work on that. Okay. Everybody started out with 0. So it's not so much that you have to have 1 million friends. You just need to always be thinking about, how can I add new friends? And I'll give you a good way to do that. Okay. But those of you that have more than that, Facebook will start showing those same 25 people's friend stories to you. So you want to swipe by 25 and then reply to the next 25. And I call it stirring the pot. You want to let Facebook know, no, I don't want to just see these people. I want to see the next 25 and the next 25. So make sure you kind of stir that up, because you will end up messaging the same people over and over again if you don't kind of swipe those down and stir that up. Okay. So that is our biggest, like really, really quick way to increase your algorithms, and it will get your posts seen more, your live seen more, and your personal story seen more. Okay. So I'd love to know, tell me how many times a week. So if you have 7 days total, how many days a week are you posting stories? And this can be on your personal profile or your business page. You can tell me which you're posting. Okay. So how many days a week are you posting stories? Oh, there is a way to find out how many friends you have. You just have to go look on your personal profile. You can totally find that. Give me. Hayden, what's up, honey? Sorry. My son, we don't usually do too many nighttime webinars. So on a business page, here's the thing that I'm a big believer in. Do you teach them this? So I believe that you go live on a business page. We want to get you to that point where you're live on a business page, and then you share your lives from your business page to your personal profile. So that's how you start getting people from your personal profile over to your business page. And we'll talk about that more and more as we go. Okay. So that kind of stuff's coming. So we've got 3 to 4 times, Robin. It's okay. Inconsistent. I know. It's hard. It's hard. Everything's hard to be consistent with. 4 on daily stories. Nice. Just starting. So what we want to help you do is start posting stories with questions. And one of the really fun things about stories is under the stickers part, there's polls, there's answer a question, there's fill in the blank. There's ones set up for you to ask a question. And then I also like to just type out the question, use the text thing and put that on my photo and ask a question that way. So then they go down to the reply, because when they reply, it sends me a message, and Facebook really likes to see that. So let's talk about questions in general. Let's talk about this thing called Question Queen. Why in the heck do they call me that? So as you saw, I had you do the question, how many days a week, or excuse me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you consider yourself a crafter? I'm curious, how crafty were you before you started with Chalk Culture? Brittany Marie, I'm curious.
Me? Oh gosh, I didn't even know how to turn on a glue gun. I was no, I'm not a crafty person. And that's what I tell everybody. Like, I am not a crafty person. I fell in love with the products. Then I fell in love with the business model. Then I fell in love with all of it, but I learn as I go. But yeah, I'm not super crafty.
That's super funny. What kind of crafting have you done before that?
Nothing at all.
Really?
I think I tried to make a wreath, and halfway through it, I was like, forget this. This is too much work. Now I know why they charge so much money for them, because it's expensive and you have to have lots of patience. But no, I'm not crafty. And that's one of the things that I think I relate to people with, because you can still make something beautiful without having to have a machine or do any of that stuff.
Wow, that is so funny. I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So asking people how crafty do you consider yourself, that scale of 1 to 10, that so usually, okay, typically when you think about a question, most people would just ask, especially if you're face to face with somebody, how crafty do you consider yourself? Okay. The problem is that's really hard to answer on social media, and it's much easier to answer something if it's easy to answer in the brain. You know how crafty you consider yourself, and then it's easy to answer with your thumbs. So what I have found is 1 button response answers get the biggest bang. So we do things like how many days a week, on a scale of 1 to 10, or multiple choice. Okay, so a really, 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 really fun multiple choice question to do right now would be, which is your favorite holiday of these 3? A, Halloween, B, Thanksgiving, C, Christmas, or D, all are equal or all the above. But you want to put an A, Halloween, a B. You don't want to just put Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving. You want to put A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, because then it creates that 1 button response. Okay. And it's mind blowing how many more comments you'll get when people start doing this. And you can go see your insights on your business page. So you can totally use this on your business page. I see over and over again, somewhere between a week and 2 weeks in, people will have increase of engagement of 1,000%, not 100, but literally 500 to 1,000% increase, all because they start doing this. So here's something. Every time you show something, if it's fall, you can say on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you like fall. If it's Halloween, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you like Halloween. Or which is your favorite Halloween candy? And you do A, B, C, D. Or on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you like Christmas? Or on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you like to decorate for Christmas? On a scale, there's like 1 million on a scale of 1 to 10 questions that you can ask that have to do with the holidays, decorating, crafting, those kind of things. And it's mind blowing. So never ever, your stuff is so beautiful and so eye-catching. What demos are you doing right now? Are you doing fall, or are you like moving more into Halloween?
I did fall these last couple of weeks, and now I'm full blown Halloween. And then I'll go back to fall, and then I'll go to Christmas. I usually tell them about, you need a month or two in advance. You know, you got to think of shipping times, and you got to think of the time to put it out and display it. So yeah, I'm full blown Halloween right now.
Cool. Okay, so tell me a couple of projects, and I'll throw some Halloween questions out at you that you could, when you post your project after it's done, what kind of question could it's
like,
okay.
Wait, hold on, I don't have anything Halloween. Maybe I'm not full blown Halloween.
Well, just, I know you have kind of a mental list of what you're going to demo. You can just tell me what it looks like.
Let me show you this one. This one is going to be a pre-recorded video.
Adorable. Okay. Is that to go on the door or any wall, or?
You can hang it. Yeah, you can probably hang it on a door or wall. It's not super big, but yeah.
So here's an easy question. Just looking at the size and how fun that is. You could ask simply, where do you decorate more for Halloween, inside or outside? Okay. Do you see how simple that is with this kind of decoration? Because that would be super easy. You can ask. Yeah, go ahead.
Just because I know I have so many girls on, but I did. I'm starting to do more pre-recorded videos because obviously we're all busy, but we want to keep those videos going and stuff. Yeah. And I'm sure to have my question on the very top so that it's not a long message and they don't have to open it up, because like, I don't know about you or me, but or you, when I scroll and I see a long message, I just keep on going. Like I don't have time, you know. So I have my question right on the top. And I put this little video up, and I said, footballs and flannel, you know, and I said, what's your favorite part about fall? And that kept my video going. And it's just, you know, you got to have those questions right there, right in the front. So yeah, just another.
Very cute. So this one right here, okay, let me just give you a whole bunch of other questions you could ask with this. I love the fall one. That's perfect, and it's easy for everyone to answer. But sometimes you're like, I'm doing another fall project, or I ask the same fall questions. Let me tell you what else you can do. You could give like, what's your favorite flannel color combination? And you could do like red and black, white and green, white and blue. Like, you could give some fun combinations and do like a multiple choice. You could say, which is your favorite football team, or what football team do you follow? You could ask, are you NFL or college football? You could ask, how many days a week would you wear flannel? You could ask, are you more likely to wear a flannel shirt or flannel pajama bottoms? Do you see how I could keep going forever, like on literally almost any topic out there? Okay. I'm a nerd, guys, and it's okay. Like, I love it. So there's always, literally always, a way to ask a question with your projects. There really, really is. And it takes a little bit of practice. Okay. It's easier said than done. And it's sometimes hard. It's like, now, wait a minute. Do you like flannel is probably what come to your mind the quickest, but that's not open-ended, and it's not a one-button response. And people will be more likely to hit the like button than to answer if they do like flannel. It's really, really, really important that you ask, like I said, are you more likely to wear a shirt or, you know, pajama bottoms and flannel? Can you imagine how many, I've never written that question before. Like, I actually come up with a new one today. Can you imagine how many people answer that? People have a huge opinion about that. My daughter's obsessed with her flannel shirts right now. Okay. It is amazing what people will talk about when you get creative about asking questions. Okay. Does that make sense? Should we ask questions about things we know nothing about? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you'll learn something. People love to teach you. So yeah. And if you need help, you know, ask someone, okay, guys, I know nothing about football. What's a good question? You don't want to say, how do you hit a home run in football? Like, you want to make sure that it does make sense. So you can always find someone to help you with that. But yeah, let people teach you. What is it you like about football? Who do you watch football with? Who taught you about football? You could have a whole conversation about football during one of your lives and you're crafting something. You have a thought on that?
Oh, me? Sorry. I'm reading comments and then like mentally responding in my mind. But yeah,
you can respond. Go ahead and respond out loud.
Oh, okay. So absolutely. I'm sure most of my girls have watched my lives at some point, and you know, and I'm very open. Like, I have no idea what this is. Like, when I first started this little string called raffia, I thought it was just a string of whatever. And they're like, oh, use the raffia. And I was like, what's the raffia? Like, what's that? I just want to use this string here. So like, yes, it's okay to, and yes, people, and this is something that I teach everybody, you know, they want to be entertained and they want to learn, and they will do the same. If you ask somebody, hey, today I asked about the weather. People are all about talking about the weather. They want to talk about themselves, where they are, all the things. So if you're asking them truly something that you have a question about, they're going to tell you, especially if they know about it. So yeah, absolutely. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know. You know, it's okay.
People love to be helpful and like almost over inform you about things. I love
yes.
this.
I love that Kay.
Yep. Who should I root for? I love that. People be like, to get a little rival going there. Yeah, it's tons of fun. And then if you can kind of find out, like if you happen to have like a large one, let's say like you have a bunch of Nebraska Husker fans and you're like, okay, I'm going to do like, because you had the choice, like what color flannel. That could have been yellow and super cute, right? But Huskers, like they're going to love red. I'm going to do more red because I know they're Husker fans. So you can also tailor your projects a little bit around your people when you know. You might have people that call it Harvest Festival and don't love Halloween, and you like, okay, we can do more that way, or you know what football team they're into, or you know, I mean, I still remember when I was crafting and I had a gal that was Jehovah's Witness, and so she's like, we don't do holidays, and I did everything blue and purple and snow and snowflakes and snowmen, and she was thrilled, and we had a great time. So you can always cater to people so much better when you're asking these questions. Okay. So anything can go that way. And the funny thing is when you're asking good questions, they'll start posing things and then more questions will come up and the conversation will keep going. It's kind of funny. And then it makes people want to come to your live because they know they're going to bond. They're going to connect with people. Okay.
Yeah, it's really about building a relationship with them. And like, I've even learned the style that my followers like, and it's not my style. So I just started doing it anyway. So it's something you learn as you get to talk to them.
That's interesting. So how did that change? Like what kind of style did you end up doing that you wouldn't have necessarily done for your own?
I would say I probably just wasn't as creative as I should, like, you know, as some of them want. So I started getting a little bit more, I started putting myself out there a little bit more, trying things that are a little bit harder. Then I wanted to stay away from farmhouse, but the more that I talked about it and the more that I showed things, I was like, people like farmhouse. So like if I give them an option between even houses, they'll choose the farmhouse style. So, so I've learned that that's kind of the trend and it's really popular. So I try to always have a farmhouse twist to it. But I always try to ask, like, what's your style? Boho, farmhouse, modern. So you have, you know, you're doing those different styles for everybody and it fits everybody's. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. I love it. So I've got the question up here. Do we start posting on our personal profile? Okay. So we're going to have a quick conversation about that. Now, we've talked more about posting questions with your crafting projects. I call those qualifying questions. We're finding out who likes to decorate for Halloween. We're finding out who loves Christmas. We're finding out, you know, do they like to decorate inside, outside? Those are qualifying questions because there's a chance they're going to want to buy stuff from you. There's also a chance they're going to be like, nope, I'm going to Hobby Lobby and buying it done. I do not want to craft. That's okay. Still, you can still be friends. Or maybe, is this in policy? You can sell done projects, right?
Yes. Or no? Yeah. So you can sell your finished pieces. You can sell the materials. You can sell. Yeah. No, they're good. That's good.
Okay. Oh, I love that. I'm not a boat girl, but show how to do most. Oh, that's so good. I love that. Okay. So one of the other type of questions you want to be asking are what are called engaging questions. Okay, so you're going to be like, well, those are kind of similar. So during Halloween, for example, you want to ask, what's the candy you're going to steal out of your kid's Halloween bag? Okay, because everybody's going to tell you whether they're Skittles or they're the chocolate bar or whatever it might be. You want to ask things like, you know, what did your kids dress up for Halloween? Because it's important that you care about what your customers are doing. You want to have 5 to 7 days a week fun. These, I call them engaging questions. It's kind of easier just to say they're fun questions, but things that anybody can answer. And it's okay if they say, I hate it. It's okay to say, I'm not going to sell any candy. I'm not eating candy. It's okay if they say, my kids didn't dress up. It's, you know, they're too old, or we don't do that. Or it's okay that the questions aren't all not necessarily positive, but we're not trying to sell stuff. We're just trying to get lots of comments, because what happens is you'll get more comments on those than the craft one. But the craft one, when you post the craft one next, like a couple hours later that day, it'll get a ton more views, because Facebook's like, well, they liked her when she talked about, you know, what candy bar you're most likely to steal out of your kid's bag. Then you post a crafting one, that one will get seen more. Okay. Yes, you would shock me if you told me that you didn't like chocolate, for sure. But then that starts conversation and makes it fun. Okay. So we want a fun, what I call engaging question. And then you always want to make sure there's a question on your craft picture. So in your stories, you can be asking, are you team hot chocolate or apple cider? You can be asking, what kind of decorations do you have up, fall or Halloween? All sorts of things you can be asking, okay? And then you're going to put your crafting projects, okay? If you've made something recently, definitely take a picture of it. I love your face in it. Some of you, my paparazzi gals, don't have as much of a problem with this, but I know some of you are going to be like, I don't want to take a selfie. They buy from you, okay? Mm-hmm. So as much as you can do a selfie, that's this much better. It's not a deal breaker, but it will up it just a little bit. Do people love to see your face, Miss Brittany Marie?
Yes, and I have done hands only, and I just got just a couple other things, but I just got a lot of people that were like, no, I prefer that you're in the video. And it does make it more, you know, it makes it more personal, because they know who they're talking to and they're not just talking to some hands. So yeah, no, you do want to be there. And at the end of the day, they know, like, and trust you. And that's what you're trying to get them to do.
Yep. So when you got your finished project, take a selfie, your face and the project all together, post it in your story, add a question to it. Okay. I'm telling you guys, your stuff is so fun and so visually stimulating. Okay. You don't have to be a perfect size. There's no like trying stuff on. It's not trying to match a color. It's not trying, like, you make people happy so easily. They're just not as picky about a Halloween decoration as they are something they're putting on their body. Okay. And so you can keep people so happy. And all it's about is staying in front of people. But you want to know who saw your stuff and was interested in it. And sometimes they'll just see it and they'll be like, oh, that was great. But they may not even hit that like button. But if you ask them to comment on something, you will then know who to talk to. Okay. Oh, that's super cute, LaDonna. I love that. Okay. So this is really, really important. These things are so important to understand. Okay. So we've got commenting on our 25 stories. We've got posting in our stories, both on your personal profile and on your business page every day. And then the other thing you want to do is, yep, you can do different things. But I will say not everybody will see both of them. So you can save the one from your business page and put it on your personal profile a week later, and vice versa. You don't have to create double the content. You just share them on different days. Okay, does that make sense, y'all? All right. Okay, posting also, a regular post is important. And then having questions prepared. One of the things that I tell people all the time is to get your sticky notes out. Okay. And when you're going to do a Halloween project, okay, what you want to do is you want to get out your sticky notes and you want to write Halloween questions in full sentences. You'll end up saying, do you like Halloween candy? Do you like to decorate? Instead of, what part of your house do you decorate the most? What kind of candy do you like the most? You can't ask the do you questions. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate that, Ms. Hampton. Write your questions out in full sentences so you have the one button responses and the good open-ended. And then if you're doing it with your phone, just stick it to the bottom of your phone so you can see what you're doing. And then you don't have to look very far away. But you take all this time to prepare your amazing projects. and you don't prepare those good questions. I have seen people come up with 3 to 5 good questions and go from averaging 10 comments on their lives to 100 comments on their lives. What do you think Facebook does when they see your comments go from 10 to 100? Right? They show it to a lot more people. What do you do to get more comments on your lives, Miss Brittany Marie?
I was just talking about this earlier, is I ask questions always. And I tell people, look, I started off with 0 following, with not a ton of self-esteem, with not a ton of, I didn't use my personal page because I didn't want to use my friends and family. So it took me a little bit longer, but I literally started off by asking questions like, do you guys like this color or do you like this color? Wait for the response, but keep talking, right? But I would have people watching and no responses, but I just kept on trucking along. You know, I had maybe 5 people watching and who knows what they were doing. You never know what somebody's doing. They could be washing the dishes and they can't respond, or they can't write, you know, real quick. Right. They could be driving and watching you. They could be doing whatever it is. But just because you don't get an answer doesn't mean you stop asking questions. It means you keep on going. So I'm always engaging. I do tend to have not a lot. So obviously I don't have all my followers as friends, but I have a lot of followers as friends and customers. So I know what they did last weekend, or I know where they just went, and I'll mention it when I see them pop on. Obviously I can't remember everybody, but I'll be like, oh my gosh, I just saw your picture, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll make a little, you know, so that people do realize that I'm not just here just for myself. I'm here to, you know, start a relationship. So I am very interactive. I always ask about, well, every once in a while I ask about dinner. When I was pregnant, I asked about dinner every day. What'd you guys eat for dinner? I need to know what you ate, because I was just, you know, but yeah, I do ask a lot of questions. And I want everything to be interactive. Like, hey, what should I do with this? Because like I said, I'm not crafty, but you guys can tell me what you think. So that is, it doesn't hurt either, girl.
Yeah. And I will say this, think about this, because I know I can just imagine in my head, knowing, you know, after selling crafting supplies myself, there are going to be some people that will go, but I don't have very many colors. I don't have options. It's okay if you say, this is the green I have. We have 3 other greens. If I had these other greens, which one would you like me to use? It's okay that you don't have everything. You can still mention that you carry different colors, different templates, different things like that. It's 100% okay to just mention that there are other options. You don't necessarily have to hold them up. Okay. You eventually want all the chalk, of course, but I mean, some of you, that's just not going to happen, you know, in 30 days of starting, you're all at different places in your business. Okay. Does that kind of make sense? Are y'all with me on that? Okay. So let's talk about one more thing that is huge for your algorithms. And I cannot emphasize this enough. So y'all just did your question on a scale of 1 to 10, how crafty to consider yourself. Have you noticed, I hate for you to leave and come back, but anybody notice getting any comments yet? So I'm going to tell you what you want to do next, okay? Because this is really important. One of the things that is huge for algorithms is Facebook loves it when they see you reply to every single comment, okay? And the sooner the better. But let me give you a few little guidelines on that. When you post your question, you want to respond to some of the comments in the first 30 to 60 minutes, okay? Then you can go 4 hours, okay? Go get work done. Go be a mom. Go do your other job, whatever you need to do. And then you bulk respond to comments, and then you go another 4 hours. You don't need to live on your phone. I know that's one of the biggest complaints, both for us. Yeah. You don't need to live on your phone. I don't have my sound notifications on my phone ever. I go and respond to a bunch of things at once. I don't pick it up. I don't let it ding so that I'm not tempted. But bulk respond, make sure you reply to a couple in the first 30 to 60 minutes. That makes a huge difference. Then go 4 hours and go back and bulk respond, and you do it every 4 hours. Then that way you're doing income producing things, and or you're not making your husband mad, or you're not ignoring your kids, or you're not ignoring your job, okay? whatever the other things in your life are. So you're going to get a lot more comments than you have in the past. And it's like fun. And the most addictive thing, did you know this, is like the like button. People love it when you engage with them. Like it's so addictive. But you want to like set it aside so that because I literally get complaints, Michelle, now I'm so busy responding to comments and messages. They're like, holy cow, it worked too well. Yeah. But manage your time and then you'll be glad. So Kim says,
I have a question. How did you train yourself to take those breaks and not do, respond every 4 hours and stuff like that?
My phone sounds are not on. There's no vibrate. There's no sound on my phone. There hasn't been for years. I absolutely turn all the notifications, sound, and vibrations off.
So you just put it away and you do what you need to do. And because I find myself like feeding the kids and on my phone, stuff like that I feel like I need to put my phone down and I need to dedicate that time that I have with my family. So it's hard.
There are no craft emergencies. There are no jewelry emergencies. There are, the direct sales industry is really want items. There's very few need items, technically.
Yeah.
Want. So there just is not any emergencies that can't wait. So put it down. You'll be glad the kind of mom you are and wife you are and all the other things. So it's easier said than done. I still am on my phone a lot, but I don't let it ding. Kim says, I had 6 when I checked and messed up the question by asking them, how crafty are you? And replies are hilarious. Kim, you're so cute. So I got to tell you about Kim. Kim is a client of mine and she's Chalk Culture. And she started doing these systems with us. And she was maybe getting 5 to 10 comments on her post. And now on average, sometimes she has comments. Sometimes she'll have posts that will have like 200 comments and it's still going after 2 weeks. But she averages about 50 comments per post now. And she's not someone that has tons of friends. And she's not someone that has, she kind of had an average Facebook profile. And she's doing amazing. Okay. What did they do before cell phones? Amen to that, Amber. Okay. So you've got your question on a scale of 1 to 10. How crafty are you? Okay. Unless they just say, I hate crafting, I do no crafts. Okay. You'll get some of those answers. You're just going to say, hey, I'm curious, what about crafting do you not enjoy? They're going to say it's hard, it's messy, it's expensive, right? You've heard all the excuses and you might help them to try a project. Okay. For the rest of them to say they're somewhat crafty, anything probably from 2 and up, you're going to say, so I'm curious, what kind of crafting do you do? All right. You're just going to find out what do they do. And you're going to ask them a little bit about their holiday decorating. And then you can move it to a private message. And in there, just one thing I can tell you is before you ever make any suggestions, always use the question, may I share with you a few ideas? People, yes, Kim, I love you, girl. She's so good at what she does. But ask them, may I share with you a few ideas? And that will keep the conversation going. If you're like, oh my gosh, she loves Christmas, I got to send her these ideas, and you just send them and you don't ask permission first. If she doesn't reply back, first of all, your brain goes into, I call it paranoid monkeys. Oh no, I was pushy. She doesn't like me. She doesn't want to buy stuff from me. And she just probably got busy. So if you ask, may I share with you? They say yes, then you send some things. You won't lose contact and you kind of won't make yourself crazy. Okay. It's really, really, really amazing how it works. All right. I've talked really fast. So tell me what your aha moment was tonight. What are you excited about going in and trying on your business? What did you learn tonight that you're like, oh, that, and Brittany Marie's probably told you these things. You may have just heard it a little different out of my mouth. But what is it you're going to do more on your business? Okay.
It's always good for other people to hear a different perspective or even just a different voice. You know what I mean? We all vibe with different people. So yeah, absolutely. I think that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. You don't have to, I love this. I worry about pushing my business for, say, a friend I haven't heard from. Yeah. But when they comment on a post about decorating for Halloween, that opened the door. People comment on things. That is them raising their hand going, okay, I know you do that stuff. You can talk to me now about it.
Absolutely.
I Don't teach cold messaging at all. At all. Questions,
No,
questions.
I shy away from cold messaging too, and I say, ask for engaging posts. When somebody asks for information, they are literally opening the door and say, come in, please, and please talk to me more about this. So take advantage of it.
Exactly. I love all these. Be consistent. Be more interactive, intentional. Post more engaging posts to get to know them better and build a relationship. I love it. It is definitely building the relationship, and then those algorithms. I love it. I like the more questions and not the yes, no answer. Like the multiple choice. Love it. Engaging. Love it. All right. Hit me. So I'm going to teach you something. Okay. I want you all to hit the heart button if you learned something new or were lovingly reminded about something. Okay. Hit the heart button. Share me with love. You want to learn to say this with your gals when you're live, because when Facebook sees hearts, that gets double the weight of likes. So make sure you're teaching people to hit the heart button. Okay. Yes. Laura, I can totally, her business page is like, she's like my poster child. You're like brilliant, girl. You're so good. Love it. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about a training that we have that is hugely beneficial. So I'd love to know, how many of you, is this your first time being here? Comment 1ST if this is your first time being here. Using sticky notes. Awesome. I know the heart button is awesome, isn't it? What if you, so this is the thing, Miss Georgia, when you follow these things that we're talking about with algorithms, you will eventually get more people watching. It will come, right? Brittany, what do you have to say on that?
Honestly, you guys know that I stress this a lot. There are different things that you can do to bring on new people, and that's something that we do within our team. So obviously I'm not going to be like, oh, this is what we do, but we have great tips to help you do that. And I'm telling you this because I've tried everything. I've tried and tested it. I tried with 0 following, with 100 people that I was kind of bringing over to my page, with maybe 2 watchers, maybe 5 watchers on a lucky day. It took me a very long time to get there, but I've tried different things. I know what works. It can help you. And that's what we have our trainings geared towards. We have our trainings geared towards building your following, building your online presence, being yourself, building your brand. So that is what we're here for. So of course, I'm going to direct you to our trainings and us so that we can help you with that. But don't give up, guys. That's the thing, is that this business is just the type of industry that we're in, direct sales. People tend to it takes 90 days to see results from what you're doing today. If you're not doing anything today, then what results are you going to see in 90 days? Nothing. That's really just the way that it works. So if you've got to keep going, you never know. And I always tell people, the day you stop doing lives or the day you take a break, somebody's going to notice and they're going to be like, hey, I've been watching your lives and where did you come from? And they could be watching your replays and not commenting. They could be watching your lives and never commenting. So it's just really, really important to follow the steps, to be consistent and have that faith,
I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay. So what I want to share with you is a way to work with us and learn how to write these questions yourself. Okay. Because you could hear, as I said, things, there is a specific way to say them for Facebook. When you're face to face, it's very different than when you are on Facebook to get people to comment. Now, if you've just jumped on, please make sure you've commented #chalk or #craft. Either one will work. That will get all your my freebies tonight. So make sure you've done that. And if you have shared or tagged a couple people, please make sure you comment Revolution so that we can do our drawing for years worth of images. Okay. Kim, I love you. You're so cute. Okay. So we have this really, really fun training. We call it Social Media 101. And it's in conjunction with our, it's called Building Your Audience. And I'm going to give you some tips on adding friends here during Q&A. But Social Media 101 is a program. It's $157 or $147 or 3 payments of $57. It has 30 short videos. We have found people like very bite-sized pieces. Just let me get a few things in here and there. 30 short 3 to 7 minute videos. And then you're going to get hundreds of images, both that are product specific and are holiday specific. And then you get 2 what are called question queen sessions. Question queen sessions are on Zoom. So we can see your face, hear your voice, you can talk to us. And what is so fun about this is if you're like, what do I need to do different to get more engagement in my Facebook group? What do I need to do different to get more people to comment on my lives? What do I need to do different to get more, just comments in general? And we can look at your questions. We can look at how your group's set up. We can look at all these different areas on Zoom. You're in a small group and you have 2 hours, 2 of those sessions, and we really dig in and help you with this. So none of my programs come, meaning like you just get videos and you're on your own. We always make sure you have some time to come talk to us, okay? Because in the videos, I can only do some examples. I do a cooking example and a craft example and a jewelry example. We know you're going to come and you're like, I have this product. I have this project. I want to focus on this. What can I ask? And we really, really help you learn how to write these questions specific to what you have. It does take some practice to get it so you really get the biggest bang for your buck. Social Media 101 is amazing. So those of you, if anyone's watching this, taking Social Media 101, will you kind of let the gals know what it is that you love about it, how it blew up your business? It's an awesome tax write-off. It's also got a huge ROI, meaning return on investment. You spend $147, you get so much more money back. And it's so fun. And then we also have a huge bonus. So the first 10 gals that buy Social Media 101 tonight, we're going to give you another training that's worth $147. You're basically getting a BOGO. So it's buy one, get one free. And it's called Engagement Camp. This is so fun with your product line. It's one of my favorite lines to do this with. We help you create themes, weekly themes, okay? We do it around like national days, around holidays, around your company specials. And what we found is if you show 5 different things to make with one of your product lines, one of your product sets or your transfers, you will then at the end of the week, people are like, I can't live without that. Look at all the fun things you made. And it's so, so effective. It's so much fun. And it doesn't have to be all your lives. You can share things that other people have made. That's okay. You don't have to do all of them because that can feel a little overwhelming. But it is amazing. So this engagement camp, it's 5 hours on Zoom. We help you create content for a whole month in advance. We help you write questions for your lives. I know some of you are like, Brittany's so good at questions on her lives. And it does. It's a little bit hard. It takes some practice to do that. I'm going to put this link up one more time right in the comments. It pops right up. You can click on it. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, awesome, Kathy. So yes, we have these 2-week challenge. We'll tell you about those in a minute. So Social Media 101 is 30 days. You get access to the videos for forever. And then after that, during those 30 days, you get to take the 2 question queen sessions, and then you'll get to come 3 months in a row and take those engagement camps. So 15 hours plus 4 more hours, almost 20 hours of coaching with us. It is so much fun, you guys. And we'll have your business pages, your groups, your personal profiles, just hopping, more people commenting on your projects than you've ever had before. More people to talk to about buying your stuff. It really, really, really is so much fun. And it's 100% authentic. We don't teach any cold messaging or anything like that. So that's Social Media 101. And it's a blast. $147 or 3 payments of $57. Remember, you're getting a BOGO. You're getting engagement camp for free. So you buy one, get one free, but it's the first 10 people who buy. Okay, so and that just popped up there in the comments. So that's our Social Media 101. All right, who's taken that? Oh, Kim has. Here she goes. Social Media 101 is a great foundation for your business. I've learned so much and have seen amazing results. I haven't even gone live, but 3 or 4 times still during. So she's just, yeah, she has some things anyway. She's going to get going live, but it's amazing how high her engagement is. It's so much fun. All righty. So, so let me know what questions you have about Social Media 101. And what we would love is to see 10 of you get signed up, because then when we're on our engagement camps, there's 10 of you to brainstorm with, and we have breakout rooms during those. So we break out with all the other crafters, and you get all this time to brainstorm. Seriously, you leave those 5 hours with like so many ideas. It is seriously just the most fun thing ever. So much fun. It's so cool. All right. I want to tell them a little bit about how to add more friends authentically. Brittany Marie, what are your tips on growing their audience? What are a few things that you'd say, if you did this week, that would help you find a couple new people, or new people get on your lives?
So we use groups a lot, and I do, we've started interacting with people that are like-minded.
Yep.
When you're doing lives, you will notice that you start to get a lot of friend requests. I do kind of filter through those. Obviously, you want to make sure you're getting legit friend requests, and then people that are not going to instantly sell to you. So I just, I actually encourage ATM. So I like to build my network with new potential customers and potential designers. So that is something that I teach as well, just to kind of, it makes it more personal, because I'm not Michael's, I'm not Hobby Lobby. I am not, one of those big chain stores that you can go to. I'm an actual person, and yes, it's direct sales, but at the end of the day, it is a small business. So you are supporting my small business. So I like to make that engagement. I have plenty of customers that are my friends. I do teach a lot not to be political, not to do stuff like that on your personal page, because yes, we all have, our opinions, but that is not what, at the end of the day, we're selling ourselves. We're not just selling the product. So you definitely want to show your side to you, having your personal page set up for success, all that good stuff, posting correctly, not posting, negative things, sharing a lot of things, stuff like that. So you just kind of build attraction marketing. Essentially, you're just showing what you do and letting people come to you.
I love it. Okay. I'm going to show you, the BOGO. If we were to get the BOGO, would you have to do it at certain times? So Beverly, that's what's so cool. When you get Social Media 101, the videos, you have access to them. You'll get an email with a magic link. You click on it. You can watch those videos any time of day you want. You do need to take your Question Queen sessions. We have them on Monday nights and during day and evening. You do need to take those in your first 30 days, and those are on Mondays. The engagement camps, we have those on Thursday nights and Tuesday mornings. There's one per month, and they're all recorded, so you can go back and watch them anytime. So there's a few things that you kind of have to come when we have them, but there's a bunch of other things that you can watch when it works for you. So it's a little kind of 50-50. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right, so let me show you my tip on finding new customers. And I love, we're so like-minded. One of the things I'm a big believer in is find Facebook groups of things that you have a common interest, not just crafting. Okay, so it might be dogs, it might be gardening, it might be crock pot cooking, all kinds of different things. Okay, so you want to join those groups. And one of the things that I encourage you to do is find groups that have a large amount of people, and then it will say, this is how many posts that you see daily or weekly in that group. You want one that's highly engaged, okay? And then you go back, and what you're going to do is you're going to go comment on their post. Yeah, you can introduce yourself, but what they care about is you making them feel important. So you go comment on the posts of people in there, okay? Or their comments. And then what you're going to do is after they reply back, so you might say, oh my gosh, that looks so yummy. And they're like, thank you. You're going to hit add friend. And then this is what you're going to do so you don't look kind of, you know what I mean? So it looks authentic. You're going to send them a message and you're going to say, hey, Susie, we're in the same crockpot message group. I loved your chicken recipe idea. I'd just love to get to know you better, which is why I sent you a friend request. Make sure they know how you know each other, okay? And let me show you the power in this. So Facebook is always, 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 always tempting us, right, to add friends of friends. That's like this little tempting they do. So here's your friend bubble on Facebook. Okay, you got your friend bubble here. And then they're like, add this friend of a friend. And there's an overlap. Add that friend of a friend. And there's always this overlap when you're adding friends of friends, okay? I want you in the dog group, and I want you to meet Teresa from Tennessee. And then I want you in this cooking group, and I want you to meet Mary from Maine. And I want you over here. Oh, I will tell you, Ginger. Sorry, I can look that up. And then I want you to come over here, and I want you to meet Susie from California. And I want these to be bubbles of people that you don't have any overlap on. And it is amazing. It just absolutely blows up your potential reach because you don't want to add so many friends of friends. You want to have a whole bunch of new bubbles all over Facebook. And then when they share, that's going to share to a whole new group of people who've never seen you versus the friends of friends. They're going to have seen some of that. Does that make sense? Okay. So it's really, 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 really amazing what happens when you take the time to add brand new friends. Okay. And you can totally do that in groups. Okay. It's really, really powerful. All right. Awesome. Yes. Miss Ginger, Miss Kathy, we've got you ladies, for sure. You're in that top 10. So we've got a couple spots left. So get that signed up for. You're a social media introvert. I totally understand, Kate. You really, really, really can take little steps and have big things going. For sure, you can make that happen. Absolutely. So Social Media 101 is a great place to start. And that will really, 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 really help you with that. Okay. All right. So we'd love to have 10 of you on that engagement camp. It is seriously going to be collecting bubbles. I love that. That's so cute. All right. Any thoughts for them on your thoughts on why Social Media 101 might benefit their truck culture business?
Me? I don't know. Did I do this one? I don't know if I've done this one.
I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure.
I think it's great. I think investing in your business is always, is always a plus. I think we should all do different things that will help us, succeed in our business. I'm always looking for ways to, to change things up, to learn things a little bit differently. And that's why I try to portray or teach that same information to my team. So it just depends on, your if you're willing to do it, your budget, all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's good to hear it sometimes from other people. It really is.
Love it. Kim says, did this with groups and commenting on posts, and now I have people requesting to be my friend. That's awesome. I love that. So yeah, Kate, I love this because you're partway there. As you're going back and forth and commenting on people, seriously, take that next step and add them as a friend, okay? But send that message with them, with it, because they won't always remember that interaction in that group. And if you send that message and say how you know each other and then compliment them on something that you saw them comment on there, it really makes a big difference. It's pretty cool. All right, so let me tell you about one other thing we have that a lot of people start with, especially. There's two reasons they take this class. One, they just met me and they're like, let's see if she really knows what she's talking about. Or two, they've been with me for a while and they're like, my habits are a little off. So this is called our 2-week algorithm challenge. There are 14 videos and you have them for the 14 days. Whereas like the Social Media 101, you get those 30 videos. And as long as I'm in business. I don't say forever because forever is kind of silly, but you have them for a long time. But this, you have access to the video for 14 days. You have a special group you get to be in. And then I do some Zooms to answer some questions. And we have seen amazing results. It's only $19. And it's a fantastic way to just better understand Facebook, get your algorithms going, create some better habits. So if you just feel like, well, I kind of understand things, but I'm not consistent, any of those kind of things, this is a huge help, and it's $19. So it's a great way to kind of get things going. And so this challenge, we send you emails and text messages to remind you to use it. We give you a login, and you can go on and watch these 14 videos. It is so, so much fun. So a lot of people have taken our 2-week challenge. You've seen a couple people comment on this. They're really, really fun. Oh, Kathy, I love this. Social Media 101 will demystify. That is a fantastic word. Facebook for you, and you can teach your team what you learned. I love that. Thank you, Kathy. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for saying that. All right. Any last thoughts? I so appreciate your energy and your wisdom. I love, love, love your lives, Miss Brittany and Marie. What else? Any last thoughts on them? Just if they were to do something this week to improve their business, what you'd encourage them to do?
So I would definitely start the stories. I think a lot of people on here are doing lives. It definitely would do that. It does take a couple, it takes 20, 21 days to build a habit. So you want to be setting up reminders, whatever you need to post that story. And like you said, you don't need to have it right now. It doesn't have to have happened right now. You just take a picture, post it later. You have content for a week. And I mean, you want to keep that going. I constantly am thinking of what am I going to post? Oh, I can post this next week, or, oh, I can post this on so-and-so day. Look at the holidays, stuff like that. So definitely try it. Give it a try before, just try it. You never know what can happen. Growing is better than not trying at all. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And you will be surprised. I mean, you do have to realize it's kind of like saving money, exercising. We always want instant results. Like, aren't I skinny? I didn't have dessert for a week. I want to be skinny after not having dessert for a week. That doesn't happen. But it does add up. It really does over time. You'll be surprised. It really blows my mind how much you've done in 3 years. Like, that is amazing. You've done a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. What kind of, do you have any customer service tips for people? Because I know you're really good with people.
And have any what tips? Sorry, I missed the first part.
Sorry, customer service.
So I swear on customer service, guys. Like if I get bad service, it makes me cringe, and I'm just like, don't do that. So I do what I would want others to do to me. I try not to be rude. Sometimes we have our moments, there's a difference between being polite and providing good customer service than being like completely taken advantage of. Okay. So there's a difference. Obviously you have to draw a line, but I am all about customer service. Like if you need help with something, you just let me know. And I will take care of it for you. And sometimes it might take me a little bit to get there, to get that to you, but that's really what's going to make you stand out above the other designers or other people, because you can go that extra mile and, you can send the invoice instead of making them go to your website or whatever it may be. If you do that extra step, it means a lot to other people. So I'm not very strict in my ways as far as like how I work with my customers. I want to give them the best experience. I am open and vocal about everything. If there's a delay, there's a delay. If I messed up, I messed up. Like that is just the way the world works. And you really want to treat people the way you'd want to be treated. And I mean, we've been learning that since we were little. And I mean, that's truly just, just think of those times that you've been mistreated or like somebody was rude to you. You don't want that experience.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I've had people refer customers to me because they get a good experience. And I'm the same way, I will go somewhere because of referrals. So just that is just the number one thing. At the end of the day, yes, you're selling a product, but you are also in customer service. Like, you really are.
Love it. Love it. You're so good. You're a brilliant lady. Awesome. Miss Brittany Marie, thank you so much for inviting me and having me here with your gals. Thank you so much for your time and joining me. I know they love seeing your face. It's amazing. Can you guys all give Miss Brittany Marie a big thank you for joining me tonight? She has. Are there any fun questions you've asked on your business page that have got lots of engagement? What are some of the fun questions you've used?
For myself, I'm trying to think of some good ones.
A couple that you've done. I'm trying to think what they were.
Yeah, like I've done some that are complete duds, like a recipe one. Yeah, and I was like, ooh, okay, that was probably too much, because they're like, oh, I have this great recipe, but I'm not about to type it all up for you. You know, stuff like that. That's a little too much. And I'm still learning. I still do trial and error. I still am like, okay, that didn't work. This worked. This doesn't work. So one thing that I do on my personal page is I tend to ask for Pandora stations. That usually does pretty good. I did one, but I had a picture that threw everybody off, so it didn't get a bunch of hits. But I did one like that. My business page, anything. So I'm house shopping. I've been house shopping for years. It's like everybody knows. They've been through all of it with me. So I show them actual houses that I'm seeing, and I show them physical pictures of the house that I'm looking at. And I'm like, which house do you guys like? A, B, exactly how you say. And I let them, comment. And I mean, just things like that. Then I just had a baby. I went through a surgery. I went through a very, very tough pregnancy. My followers went along with me through the whole process. And like, I just, everything. You can post a picture of baby outfits. Like, it doesn't have to be business related. You don't have to be 100% chalk couture every time you post. Exactly. So like, my next one is to have a bunch of photos up of my baby, like options for baby costume, and anything like that. Anything that is showing you that's raw is going to get good comments. So and you'd be surprised, the ones you think are going to do good don't necessarily do well, because you're thinking about yourself and you're not thinking about them. So the more simple the better. Absolutely, the simpler the better. It is amazing. And I tell people, it's kind of like jokes. You know, comedians throw jokes at you. Sometimes like, oh, that was a dud. And other times it goes well. Don't take it personal. Do another question. Every now and then I'll have someone, well, the last couple questions I asked didn't get quit answers. And then they quit, period. I'm like, wait a minute, that was just a bad moment. And for all you know, Facebook had a brain fart and didn't show it to anybody. Like, keep going. Or you just didn't ask the right question. All it takes, and that's what I tell people, all it takes is that one good live to really take off, and you start building that momentum, start getting the hang of posting stuff that, you're engaging with, start getting comfortable with learning about your followers. You'll know what they like. So it just takes practice. We've all been there. It does take time.
Twins. Oh my gosh. I bet they love that. That's so cool. I love that. How fun. Brilliant. Well, ladies, thank you so much. Does anybody need any other links? We can let you go. I bet your baby and everybody is waiting on you, sweetie. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really, really appreciate it. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
You do your thing. So bye, guys.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Anybody need any links? Let me pop up Social Media 101 one more time. And then let me put this down. Let me put up the any other questions about Social Media 101 or the 2-week challenge? Miss Beverly, you're in. Awesome. There you go, Miss Mitzi, right there above your comment, or it's probably somewhere there close to yours. All righty. Thank you, Miss Beverly. All right. Anybody else? You bet, Miss Melissa. Anybody else? Any other questions? Oh, let's do our giveaway. I'm so sorry. So drum roll, our gal that gets 1 year worth of images is Melissa Watson. Melissa Watson, thank you so much for sharing. Please say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here when you hear your name, Melissa. Congratulations on getting a year's worth of images. Thank you, Melissa, for sharing. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Kim. I just saw your comment. Oh, I get talking and excited. Yay, Miss Melissa. Congratulations. Everybody tell Melissa congrats. Years worth of images. You will love them. All right. Any other questions about programs? Yes, absolutely. You can totally watch the replay. For sure, Miss Suzanne. It starts as soon as you buy it, love. You buy it and you can get in there and watch the first video. Yes, Miss Belinda, you can totally watch the replay. Absolutely. All right. Any other questions, my friends? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for all of you being here. It's so fun to talk to you Chalk Culture gals. Have an excellent night, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.